What's going on, guys? It's Joe here from Financially Savvy, back with another update on my progress towards financial freedom and my finances. If you don't follow me already, you don't subscribe to the channel already, I post one of these videos every single month just to show you guys that I'm practicing what I preach, to keep myself accountable, and like I mentioned, just to give you a general update on where I am in my progress and hopefully inspire more people to pursue their own goals of becoming financially free and escaping their 9 to 5. For some other background on me, so basically 4 years ago, I decided enough was enough and I wanted more for me and my family financially. I wanted to escape my 9 to 5 job as soon as possible and do something I loved. I wanted to build a nest egg for our daughter. I wanted our debts gone, so on and so forth. 4 years later, I've been able to achieve all of that and so much more. So I have basically quit my job around 3 months ago. I'm now 2 weeks into complete financial freedom. So working for myself, doing what I love, working the hours that I want to work. We've built that nest egg and are continuing to build that nest egg for our daughter. My wife's been able to reduce her hours to spend more time at home, looking after us in the house and our daughter. And we've been able to eliminate our debts, and we are on track to be able to retire in our 40s. And it's all through using the tool that I want to run through with you today. So what we're looking at right here is the tool that I started building 4 years ago when I decided enough was enough and I wanted more for us financially. The tab we're looking at right now is the monthly balance sheet. In this tab is where we build our plan every month. So we set our budget and we track our progress. We set our budget in these planned columns here that you can see, and then we record our spend, so our actual spend, in these actual columns here throughout the month. The most powerful thing about this spreadsheet though is that we are able to track our free cash flow every single month. So once we have put in all of our planned expenses for the month, bills and expenses and costs, it will tell us what our free cash flow is down here. So you can see our free cash flow is around just over 4K a month. Okay. Now that meant that we were then able, once we had that number, to divert that money towards achieving our specific financial goals at that present moment in time. Okay. Because your financial goals change over time. Knowing what your free cash flow is tells you exactly how much money you've got to put towards those goals every single month. So that meant, in our planned columns, we could put in, contributions towards a credit card payment and contributions towards savings and investments, and leaving a little bit of buffer because life is bumpy and there are often some unexpected things that you do throughout the month, both optionally and also things that happen that you don't expect, right? So that gave us a bit of buffer. What actually happened was our actual free cash flow ended up being higher than our planned free cash flow at the beginning of the month and throughout the month, because we ended up earning money from places where we weren't expecting to bring in money from. It was just quite a good month. We had a couple of little windfalls that we weren't expecting. So that meant we were actually able to contribute much more, as you can see from these numbers here, towards that credit card and towards those savings and investment goals, to utilize more of that actual free cash flow rather than that cash flow being absorbed throughout the month on unnecessary expenses and things that, ultimately it stopped it from being wasted. The spreadsheet also gives you these nice visual charts here showing you your income versus your outgoings, as well as your spend via the different categories and how it's split out. And it also automatically calculates your savings rate for you as well, based on your income and your contributions to your savings and investments. The next tab is the the current yearly expenses tab. So this basically takes all of the same information, except it's just your actuals, obviously, the cost there. And then you then use this tab to basically track your costs for things like holidays and gifts and insurance. More of the things you pay is just kind of a one-off, or just once throughout the year, so that you can also get a good representation of what your income is versus your outgoings over the period of an entire year. So for example, this year we spent some money on a few trips that we're taking later on in the year. And in the yearly expenses tab, I came into here and I just put for June, we spent just over 4K on, holidays, booking holidays and things like that. That means over the period of an entire year, once it gets to December, I'll see exactly how much we spent on holidays, trips, and doing things together as a family. Same for gifts. I'll have a good idea of what we spent on gifts throughout the period of an entire year down here. And that means I'll have a really accurate representation of what our yearly expenses are. And that's critical for when it comes to measuring your expenses in retirement. You need to know what your monthly expenses are expected to be in retirement to calculate what your FI number is. Your FI number is the amount of money you need saved or invested to never have to work again if you don't want to, okay? So what you do is you put in your monthly expenses now, you adjust them for what they might look like in retirement, and then you multiply that number by 25. Once you've got that number, that gives you the number that you need to have saved or invested to never have to work again, and a withdrawal rate of basically the amount you need to cover your expenses. Then you just need to figure out how to get from where you are now to saving and investing that amount of money. And this is something I go into detail on in the Financial Freedom Academy and the Financial Freedom Playbook. The playbook is an ebook which you can buy, download, read yourself, build your own plan, get a version of this tool and do everything you need to do, everything that I've done. The Financial Freedom Academy is where I do it all for you. So you join, you get 12 months of access to me. We build out your own spreadsheet, you learn how to use it, you learn how to budget properly using my bulletproof budgeting method, you learn how to eliminate your debts using my debt payoff planner, you learn how to change your mindset and your habits around money, and you learn about portfolio allocations, investments, and things like that to ultimately build you a plan that will allow you to retire as soon as possible. The Academy is unique in that I will build that plan for you. So once you've watched the first couple of coaching videos within the Academy, you and me will have a one-on-one call where we'll map out your personal plan for achieving financial freedom, and we'll tailor that plan to your specific circumstances. The results so far that we're getting are nothing short of extraordinary, honestly. We're able so far, on average, to reduce people's retirement age by over 16 years. So I'm giving people back on average 16 years, 16 of their healthy years to do what they want, knowing that money is going to not be an issue. That's pretty mind-blowing. Okay, we've also been able to save on average £20,000 in interest payments on people's debts, as well as reducing their debt repayment term on average by 60 months. So again, mind-blowing. The bigger numbers are even more insane than that. So if financial freedom or debt elimination, taking control of your finances generally, retiring as early as possible is something you want to do, I'll leave a link below so that you can book a call with me and we can see if you're a fit for the Academy and we can get you your own plan to achieve these things. Okay, so that's the expenses and retirement tab. The spreadsheet then takes your savings. Okay, so you measure all of your savings in here and update those numbers throughout the year, every single month, and it'll give you a nice readout of the trajectory of your savings so you can see what you're aiming towards and how you're progressing. Ours are doing fantastic at the moment. We've made extra contributions to our emergency fund and our investments this year as a result of me leaving my job and having that extra security behind us. So that's given us a nice boost, as well as the stock market beginning to recover for the first half of this year. It also takes our house equity and assets, tells us what equity we currently have available in our home, as well as the value of any other assets that we have. Also measures our debts, which are coming down nicely. So we have one credit card debt at the moment, which was just credit card debt that I leveraged for my own business, essentially. So it's not consumer debt. And obviously our mortgage. Other than that, we are debt free. It uses all of that information from those previous 3 tabs to work out your current net worth. So what I look at this as is a current health status of your financial situation. And that's obviously critically important because it means looking at this, you can see what impact your financial decisions are having on your net worth, and therefore put yourself in a position where you can make informed decisions with your finances every single month and throughout every single month so that you can make sure you're always headed in the right direction. Honestly, this spreadsheet is the whole reason we've been able to achieve what we've been able to achieve, and it has now helped over 1,300 other people to track, set, and achieve their own financial goals as well. So if you're not currently doing this, obviously I highly recommend you go and do it, whether it's using my spreadsheet or not. Obviously, using this, it's already built for you. You just need to put in the numbers and it's ready to go. And because you've watched all of the way through this video, I've got a link for you below. It will be the first link below that will take you to a page where you can get a copy of the Financial Freedom Playbook and this spreadsheet and the video course. And it's currently 50% off for the first 25 people to take advantage of this opportunity. Okay, so don't delay, click the link below, go and start measuring and tracking your finances, build your own plan. The second link below will be a link to book a call with me if you want to just dive in and get a done for you plan to retire as soon as possible and give you potentially a decade plus of your life back that you will no longer have to work. You know, who wouldn't want that? Then click that second link below, book a call with me, and let's get started. And that's everything for today. So thanks for joining me. Make sure you like and subscribe. It would really help the channel. I'm just getting started on this journey, so I'd really appreciate it. Like I said, I'm going to do one of these updates every single month to keep myself accountable to you guys, show you that I'm practicing what I preach of all these general rules and principles around investing and financial management. So if you like what you see, make sure you like and subscribe, and I will see you in the next update.